Control has to pick it back up, sending it up off the glass, going to go up off the official and back down into the zone. Now picked up by Steven down low. Steven, a little bit of an errant pass, not ready for it, was freezing along the half wall. The Sharks trying to keep it in the zone. Dalvang batting at it there. Now on the blue line, going to be able to be kept in by the Sharks. They're chasing it down. Now down low, Dalvang trying to push his man into the corner. It's Jack Steven, as Jack Steven's going back down low to try and pick that one as he gets pickpocketed now below the goal line. The Sharks with it now, skating down and around along the half wall. The Sharks getting it out in front, trying to get a shot off, but not able to do so are the Sharks. That one goes back down to the corner, picked up by Dalvang. Dalvang with it now. Good puck protection, taking it back out in front of the net. Tries to take a shot as that one whizzes wide. Now on the half wall. With it now, down to the neutral zone. Gatchel passing it to his D partner as Plummer sends it in. Steven picks it up below the goal line, and the Sharks getting a change with a breakout now. Pinkerman over to Friesen trying to push it forward as he pushes it down into the zone. Montgomery skating around, up off the boards, picked up now by Steven. Steven skating it down and in, going to dump it, but intercepted by the Sharks. Going the other way now. Bailey has Johnson to beat. Steven on the back check, breaking that play up as Steven hounds Bailey, and Bailey has to curl back into the corner. Now Dublowitz on the backhand, trying to get it out in front as that one dangerously finally cleared from out in front. Dublowitz far side over to Sobchik. Sobchik just off the tip of the stick as that one goes up and out of the zone as Johnson tries to get a change, tries to also play the body as Pavlik sending that puck forward. Now Dublowitz on it in the corner as he's getting attacked by men. Now on the blue line. Still finally pops out. It's going to be Pavlik. Pavlik on the backhand, sending it forward. Pushing it into the zone. Sobchik. Pavlik's going to pick it up now in the corner. Pavlik trying to make some moves, keep it to himself. Now on the boards. Pavlik getting pinched. Trying to find some space. Puck finally comes out. Now to the far side. It's going to be Dalton. Dalton with it now. Dalton to the far side. Now the Sharks going to the neutral zone, over to Gatchel. Gatchel takes a shot as that one whizzes up off the glove and goes up and over the net as Pavlik lays the lumber into his man. Chipped out of the zone now by Sobchik as that one's going to go off an official. Sobchik gets a change. Calkins taking it in for his first shift to Kriesen as that one goes down into the zone. Kriesen trying to apply some pressure as he takes a body now for a breakout pass. That one's going to be errant. Steven's going to be on it first. Steven on the right side. Going to go to the point. Shot from the point as that one's going to be screened in front, still loose. Trying to find some space off the backside. It's going to make its way into the net for the Sea Captains. It's going to be Colin as the Sea Captains open up the scoring here just about halfway through period one with 13-18 remaining left in period number one. It's going to be a score of Norwich Sea Captains 1, Long Beach Sharks 0. With now an ice, the puck's going to make its way all over. Leaning in, it's going to be Strahan and Neeson. As that one's going to be pushed forward, makes it nowhere, excuse me. Steven's going to come in and pick that one up. Steven with it now, going to send it forward. Lalonde gets that one out of the air and skating it forward. Lalonde has a man on him as he takes a hit and sending it down into the zone. On it first is Plummer. Plummer trying to get it out of his own zone, skating now through the neutral zone. Trying to run the gauntlet, not able to make it through, but trying to keep pushing it in as they're going to be just barely offsides. And we'll get a face-off now we get a face-off just outside of the Sea Captain zone. Taking it's going to be Allenson. Total out to Montgomery. Montgomery trying to get hold of that puck with Sobchik right there on his tail. Below the goal line, fighting for this puck. Finally comes out in front as that one's now going to be picked up by the Sharks and they go the other way. Di Tommaso getting it into the Sea Captain zone, chasing it down. Pavlik on it first. Pavlik skating down low. Going to use his wheels, getting it to Pinkerman. Pinkerman gets a piece of it and sending it to the neutral zone for some open space. The Sharks get to it first. Impens breaking that one up as he sends it out. Now 2-on-1 opportunity. Kriesen and Pinkerman just out of reach as Pinkerman tried to get that one to Kriesen but fanned on it. As Pinkerman now below the goal line, trying to get a piece of it. Now up on the boards, batted to the air by Impens as that one's still loose. Finally trying to be cleared up in the corner. Now out in front, shot Kriesen as that one's going to be kick save wide. Now picked up by Steven. Steven dumping it back down into the corner. Pinkerman leaving it for Impens. Impens to Pavlik. Pavlik back to Impens just out of reach as that one goes up and around. Stepping down Steven. Steven getting it over to Kriesen. Kriesen just out of reach as that one was a little too hot to handle on that pass. Now down to Impens. Impens sending it up and around. Pavlik getting it from the point. Pavlik far side. Steven. Steven with space rips a shot as that one goes way over the net. As that one's good for our field goal. Pavlik sending that one back down low. Now Impens and Plummer going into the corner. Impens leaving it. Trying to pick it up is Pinkerman. Pinkerman still holds control. Takes another shot. Another save. Walker. Now Plummer back with it in the corner. Pinkerman sending it back to the corner. Impens trying to go down for it. Impens on it now, doing great puck protection, getting it to the point. Pavlik on it. Pavlik over to Steven. Steven open space, another shot as that one's going to go whiz wide. Now on the half wall, Sharks getting it up into the zone. They're going to send it all the way down. It has enough for an ice. As the Sharks now with some tired legs, not able to get a change. Solid shots there from the right side, top of the circle. As if they can keep in Calkins. As that one's pushed forward by Dalving. On net, Weimer's going to hold on to it. And we'll get a remake of that one a little bit here. As he won the prior one. As Dalving looks to win that one back. Now picked up by Baker. Baker sending that one to the corner. As there are two Bakers. There's a Baker on the Sharks and a Baker on the Sea Captains. As now here in the high slot area, picked up by Steven. As Steven clears that one out to the point. Going to be dumped back down and in below the goal line. Pavlik over to Dublowitz. Dublowitz getting it out to Allenson. Or excuse me, that's going to be Sobchik. Sobchik trying to get it to Calkins. As Montgomery sends that one back to the neutral zone. Sobchik trying to push it forward as the net guard down on the ice. Finally going to be kept in as Calkins. Calkins trying to get his stick as he takes the slash there. Now in their own zone, the Sharks trying to break out over to Baker in the neutral zone. Baker skating it forward. Now there, Dalving just had a reach. Tortolot comes in to help out and pick that up. Backhand shot as that one's going to dribble wide. Picked up now below the goal line. Skating it back out in front. Shot as that one's going to be blocked by Steven and go wide. Montgomery dumping it down into the corner. Pavlik picks it up. Pavlik going to the far side. It's going to be Sobchik. Sobchik to Dublowitz. Dublowitz to Calkins. Calkins skating it. Kriesen trying to get a pass off. Not able to do so as that one goes down low. And now picked up with the Sharks. Sharks going the other way. On the right side, Martinson. Martinson getting it forward to Dalton. Dalton getting hounded by three Sea Captains there as he gets stick lifted. And Impens comes away with it. Impens going to go far side. Trying to get a bank pass going. As that one's going to be chased in as Neeson was on that one first. And that ice should have been waved off. His captain was on that one first. As Neeson leans back in, face-off going to be pushed forward by Dalvang. Steven's going to pick it up. Steven in the corner, has some time. No one's applying some pressure, going to get it out to Neeson. Neeson in the neutral zone, skating it forward, going to take it down the left side. Neeson trying to get a hold of it, not able to do so. Now to Pavlik. Pavlik going right side to Steven. Steven forward to Lalonde. Lalonde going to skate it forward, dropping it back for Friesen. Friesen takes a shot through traffic as that one's kicked out in front, but no one's home. The Sharks, Dalvang. Dalvang trying to get it over to Tortolot. Now in the neutral zone, Steven with it, going to skate it forward, pushing it forward, trying to get it to Friesen as that one goes off a skate of an official. Now on the right side, Baker. Baker of the Sharks. Trying to get that one out of the zone, picked up by Lalonde. Lalonde out to Friesen. Friesen on the right. Johnson takes a shot. That was a perfect right pad shot, looking for a rebound. Now on the board, Steven trying to keep it in as we're going to get a whistle here. As call was on that play. Allenson leaning back in once again. Lost face-off. Pavlik from the point. Shot as that one goes up off the glove. Now to the left side. Stepping down. Pavlik. Pavlik dumping it down into the corner. Baker's going to pick it up. Baker over to Mills. Mills gets pickpocketed by Montgomery. Montgomery going back into Baker as they come into each other now. Pisaric. Pisaric now to the neutral zone. Now to the left side. The Sharks doing a good job on the back pass. Trying to pass it back down low, but just out of reach. As Steven hits his man into the boards. In the corner, Allenson tying his man up as well. Now Steven. Steven to Mills. Mills going to sauce it forward off the body of Steven to the right side. Steven using his wheels. Has 7 seconds remaining. Hits the brakes, passing it back to himself. Trying to get a pass out in front to Sobchik, but that one's intercepted. Going to go up off the glass. And the just to the left of Walker with a face-off. One back by Kriesen. Picked up by Pinkerman. Pinkerman dancing around. Holding onto the puck, pushing it forward, picking it up by himself. Stepping forward, shot save as he tries to put that one in on the rebound. Not able to go. Now going the other way, it's going to be the Sharks. Batting off a leg of Pinkerman. Pinkerman trying to keep it in on the blue line, but Dalvang getting it in the neutral zone. Dalvang to the right side. Dumping it down and into the Sharks. Down to the left side. Pushing it forward, trying to get it out of the zone is Steven. Now on the blue line, pushing and prodding once again. Trying to dump it back down and in. Picked up by Steven. Steven on the backhand over to Impens. Impens chopping at it, trying to get it forward. As that one goes up and around. Going to go back to the neutral zone. Pinkerman. Pinkerman getting it out to Kriesen. Kriesen pushing it down in the zone. Kriesen having to come regroup. Pinkerman finally waiting and dumping it down and in, staying on sides. Sea Captain's getting some fresh legs now. Along the blue line. Shot there from Steven as that one bounces back out in front. Impens tries to collect that rebound, but it's broken up by the Sharks. Trying to get it on the breakout in the neutral zone now. Dalvang with it, trying to protect it. Coming in to help out now is Plummer as Steven steps up and gets it back into the Shark zone. Now back to the neutral zone on the right side with a hit there from Gronwald, knocking his man off the puck. Steven applying some pressure on Tortolot. Now on the boards. The Sea Captains with it now. It's going to be Logan Neeson behind his own net. Neeson to the right side to Steven. Steven on the backhand. Lalonde trying to come in and help out and pick that one up. The Sharks get to it first, sending it up and around. Oh, on the boards. Big hit there by Gronwald as well as Friesen. As now with it. Out to up front to Schaefer, and Schaefer snipes top right! Norwich Sea Captains 1, Long Beach Sharks 1. Face off one over to the wingers. Bailey trying to get to it, but picked up by Dublowitz. Dublowitz to the neutral zone, getting it to Sobchak. Sobchak pushing it forward as that one goes down in the zone. Dublowitz backs out of the corner, getting it to Sobchak. Sobchak tips it out in front, but no one home. Steven dumping it back down and in. Sobchak trying to get on it. Dublowitz on it. Dublowitz getting it out in front, no one home. Picked up by Calkins out in front. Still loose. Sobchak trying to get on it as he fans on that puck. Now up and around is Steven at the point. Steven down low. Calkins tips it in front. Sobchak tips it as well. Now back to the point. Back down low. It's going to be Steven. As that one's picked up by Pinkerman. Pinkerman going to dump it back down to the corner. Now applying pressure. Trying to keep that one in the zone. Steven right on the right side. Trying to get it down and in. As there's still tussle for it in the neutral zone. Steven kicking it forward. Able to get a stick on it. Now picked up. It's going to be Calkins. Calkins trying to apply some pressure. Bailey and Dalton trying to get it in the zone. Picked up by Calkins. Calkins breaking it out as he takes a hard hit. Now having to regroup with the Sharks. Sharks on the backhand. Getting it back down in the zone. Pavlik over to Impens. Impens going to dump it to the far corner. Really great job from the point. Steven's gotten a lot of really good shots from the point and great passes from Pavlik. Now breaking it up and out. Going the other way, the Sharks down in the corner. Pasayak getting hounded by Steven as Steven kicking it forward to himself, getting control. Now to Baker. Baker pushing it forward, going to skate it forward, going to beat the forward check, and gets that puck now with a shot as that one's going to go up and out of play as Baker takes a hard hit down in the corner. As Baker got caught there with a hard hit as Baker getting pushed around now. As Baker getting up and out of the zone, going to tag back up. Now to the left side, going to go to the neutral zone. Trying to sit behind the defense is Pasarik, but Steven watching that one from a mile away as that one's going to go up off a stick and back into play. Is playing junior hockey now. That's a big step up. So with a face-off, one over to the wingers. Dublowitz, awkward bounce on the boards. As we know that Zamboni boards are lethal, and they will give assists. In the corner with it now. Neeson trying to get it out in front. Neeson in the corner as he gets caught up on an official. Now on the blue line, Pavlik sending it down and in. As now in the neutral zone, Schaefer sitting behind Steven. Steven got to watch that man now. Picked up now by Pinkerman. Pinkerman trying to push it forward. Steven keeps that one on the blue line. Step down. Going to dump it down and in. Trying to be picked up behind the back to the net. Friesen picks it up on the other half wall. As Friesen able to bounce that one off his body and keep it low. Now in the corner, Steven picks it up. Steven makes a move, getting it to the front of the net all alone, tries to make a pass, and now over to Lalonde. Lalonde left side off the skate, going to be back in the corner. Lalonde on it. Lalonde trying to get it out in front for Friesen, but not able to get it as Friesen's stick has been occupied. Now Schaefer on the left side. Caden Schaefer scored earlier here for the Sharks, skating up and around. Shot going to be redirected to the corner by Weimer. Bouncing around now. Picked up by Pavlik. Pavlik going the other way, now on the right side. It's going to be Neeson. Neeson on the backhand, trying to get it on net as that one dribbles down and in. Going the other way now. Odd man rush here for the Sharks. They got a 3-on-2 opportunity. Pavlik on the back check. Going to send it forward. Comes up to the neutral zone. Trying to push it forward now is Lalonde as that one's bouncing around. Not able to get full control at any point. Lalonde getting it to Neeson. Neeson on the left side. Neeson makes a move, gets around one, getting it down low. Neeson sending it out in front. No one home. Wilkerson at the point getting it. Steven dumping it down and in. Down to the corner. Down low. O'Connor. As Pinkerman chasing on the forward check. Now Kriesen as well. Now to the right side. Trying to break it out of their zone. Plummer getting hounded there by Steven as he's able to get that one up and out. Pavlik on it. Pavlik to Kriesen. Kriesen kicking it back to himself as Martinson taking it down and in as Kriesen throws Martinson into the boards. Now to Pavlik. Pavlik in the corner. Pavlik trying to send it up and around. Now down low, trying to get it out. Finally, no one holding control. Finally, the Sharks come away with it, but Pavlik hounding his man. Now on the blue line, trying to get it out of the zone. Now skating down and in, poked away. Trying to poke at it again is Impens. That one goes down in the corner. Steven picks it up. Steven sending it to Pavlik. Pavlik forward to Pinkerman. Pinkerman trying to find a breakout pass, getting it to Kriesen as Kriesen kicking it forward to himself once again. As that puck's stuck on the feet, as this ice is very snowy so far, so makes that puck difficult for it to slide the way you want it. Now picking it up, it's going to be Impens. Impens takes a shot as that one goes off the backside of O'Connor. Now down low, trying to kick it up and around. As they're tied in the corner now, the puck's still trying to make its way out. As Calkins trying to find some fresh air for that puck. As that one's going to go to the point now, to the left side. Shot from the point as that one's going to be kicked. Another shot as that one's going to go just wide. Now on the half wall, the Sharks going the way. Steven picks it up in the neutral zone, sending it along the blue line. Going to go back, DiTomaso and Bailey, with Bailey all alone. Takes a shot, another beautiful save by Anderson Weimer. Spreading once again, showing off that flexibility all game long. As now down low, Gronwald and DiTomaso getting tied up as Stevens in there as well with McCarthy. Finally cleared out. Gronwald trying to get it into the zone. On the backhand going the way. 3-on-2 opportunity. Sea Captains going in on the right side. It's going to be Colin Kriesen. Kriesen takes a shot. Another save for Walker as off wall. Pavlik trying to send it up and out. Neeson and Lalonde collide. Now to the neutral zone. Just out of reach of Pavlik. Pavlik able to control it now as he sends it up and around. Dalvang gets to it first as Friesen takes up the skates of Dalvang. Coming away with it. Sending it forward. Pavlik to Lalonde. Lalonde not able to get all of it. Pavlik now skating it forward himself. Going to use it down the left side. Pavlik one-timer as he shoots that one up into the protective netting. And excuse me, that was not a one-timer. That was just a regular old slap shot. A face-off here. It's going to be Allenson over to Dalvang. As Allenson pushes that one forward. Now down low. The Sharks trying to break out of their own zone. Baker sending it to the neutral zone. Steven going to dump it down, and it's going to be on net. Going to go just wide. As that one's going to go up and around. The other Baker is going to send that one down the ice. Now picked up by Gronwald. Gronwald trying to get it to the far side, just out of reach. Mills breaks that one up. Fans on the slap shot. Now with it, Steven. Steven going to go far side to Baker. Baker going to take it forward himself. Going to pass it forward. Not enough on it to get to Allenson. Picked it by the defense. Wide. Now to the half wall. Coming up and out of the zone. Martinson dumping it down and in. Just scored moments ago. Martinson on the forecheck. Lays the hit into his man. As now with a limp arm. It's going to be Steven. Going to go far side shot. That one's going to sail up and over as Steven in a lot of pain there. Trying to squeeze that right hand out as he stays on the ice. Now coming off the ice. As there's a hit there after the whistle. He got hit just the right way. Maybe it went did some funky things with the nerves and make it go limp. Who knows? Hopefully he is okay. Out of the zone is now in the neutral zone. Going the other way. Going to go all the way down toward a lot. And Steven back out on the ice seems to be fine as that hand might have just been a little bit shaken up after the awkward hit. Now Pavlik dodging a hit, trying to send it far side to Steven or Sobchak, unsure as that one goes down back into the corner by the Sharks. Picked up by Pavlik below the goal line, getting it over to Dublowitz. Dublowitz takes a bit of a tumble. O'Connor's shot as that puck bounces out in front. Now picked up by Schaefer. Schaefer scored earlier, but broken up now. Sobchak going the way. Sobchak trying to get it to Dublowitz as that one's broken up. Now going the way. DiTomaso at the tops of the circle. Going to dump it down, and then that one's going to go up and around as taking a hit. Not even included in the play is Calkins. A Schaefer in the corner with his man. Now going to go up and around, picked up by Dublowitz. Dublowitz sending it far side to Sobchak as Dublowitz takes a hard hit there from Schaefer. As Schaefer is going on a mission. Now going to go down and in. Below the goal line. Dumping it up and out of the zone. Side it's going to be McCarthy. McCarthy having pressure applied by Pavlik. Trying to break it down and in. Now out in front. Picked up Pavlik. Pavlik trying to get it out. Pavlik applying some pressure as he ties his man up into the corner. Now on the half wall. Kriesen going to skate up and out. Try to get him to cough up the puck. Now back into their same formation. Dalton now on the right side. This time they're pushing out a little wider. Broken up there by Pavlik as he gets the skate on it. Now down low, Steven applying some pressure to Kriesen. And now Plummer with it. Plummer, step down. Shot as it tried to be tipped in front. Going to go wide. 15 seconds now remain on the 5-on-3. As Dalton's with it now. Dalton's going to go far side to Bailey. Stepping up Steven. Now we're going to send far side to Dalton. As we're back to 5-on-5. Now the Sea Captains burn off the 3-on-5 opportunity as Wilkerson and Dublowitz are out there. As now I believe we have 3 defensemen and 2 offensemen. As Jack Steven, Pavlik, and Wilkerson are all defensemen, and Dublowitz and Kriesen are the only offensemen. Now getting tripped up going into the zone. It's Dalving out in front. One-timer as that one's going to go way wide and come up and out of the zone. Having a regroup in the neutral zone. Going to be broken up by Neeson as Neeson trying to get back to that one up in the neutral zone. Steven over to Pavlik. Pavlik forward. That one's going to go off a stick of Schaefer, and that one's going to go back down into the zone. O'Connor's going to be on it first with Sobchik applying some pressure. Strahan on the right side. Now to the point. Jack Steven with it. Step down. Going to try to take a shot. It looks like maybe a pass to Sobchik. Sobchik getting it out in front. Calkins at the blue line. Step down shot. Tipped in front. Going to go wide. As that one goes into the corner now. Picked up Pavlik. Pavlik trying to get it down low for Calkins. Strahan picks it up. Going to go up and around. Picked up by Steven. Steven batting it out of the air twice. Not able to keep it in. That's going to be offsides. They don't touch it, but it's going to be called offsides. He attempted to touch it against Martinson. Face off going to be tied up. One over to the winger. Steven picks it up. Steven on the backhand, getting it down into the corner. Steven with it now. Dodges the hit, getting it off to Pavlik. Pavlik getting it forward to Impens. Impens not able to control. Going back down into the zone. Picked up now by Steven. Steven over. Now bouncing to the neutral zone. It's going to be Kriesen. Kriesen on the right side. Kriesen takes a shot as that one gets off the stick and up off the top of the glass. Now going the other way. That's going to be Martinson. Martinson scored earlier. Getting it over to the left side, out in front as Martinson gets a stick lift out in front of the net. Save Weimer once again as Weimer doing a great job at net standing strong. Kriesen on the left side, dumping it down and in as that one's going to go off the boards awkwardly and bounce back out in front. Martinson back with it. Bailey in the neutral zone almost takes a huge hit. It's going to be a foot race. Wilkerson knows Bailey's going to be there, makes the pass, but Wilkerson intercepts it. Now going the other way. Pinkerman skating it around. As you Steven sending it up and around. It's going to be Impens. Impens sending it to the neutral zone. Pinkerman getting that one out of the air, kicking it forward to himself. Pinkerman skating along the boards. Has Kriesen out in front. Pinkerman able to get his stick back now to the point to Steven. Steven over to Pavlik. Pavlik takes a shot as that one goes off the leg of Di Tommaso. Picked up out of the air by Schaefer. Schaefer fans on it. Now picked up by Pinkerman. Pinkerman on the left side, skating it down, and as he takes some pressure from McCarthy, and Montgomery comes in and picks up the puck. Now on the half wall. Now back to the neutral zone. Pavlik picks it up. Rolling puck. Pavlik over to Impens. Impens getting it down and in. Kriesen's chasing. Now up on the board. Schaefer kicking it forward. As that's trying to be kept in, but just going to be out of reach. That one's going to go all the way down. No ice. Picked up by Pavlik. Pavlik back down to Steven. Steven with it now. Steven over to Pavlik. Pavlik far side. Going to be just out of reach of Neeson, but that one's going to be broken up in the neutral zone. Neeson's going to come away with it. As Neeson on the left side, skating it up and around, has Montgomery on his side. Montgomery applies some pressure, knocks him. Now, as Weimer looking to come off the ice. Now to the neutral zone.